Thank you for being here at Mr. Super Oz. This video is going out, and this channel only exists because I, Oz, founded Gamble Comics, which first release was Everlasting Survivors, a 68-page graphic novel called All Day Long. Available now. Follow the link in the description that will take you to gamblecomics.com. While there, you can get hats, shirts, posters, much more, but most importantly, the story itself. Coming soon from Gamble Comics, BC Brute.
Monday Night Raw on 5/12 of 2003. We start the show with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman coming out to acknowledge the fact that, yes, they were called out last week. And Shawn Michaels brought up a great point. It is a pay-per-view. Brock is the undisputed champion. So you know what? Instead of having this big, elaborate number one contenders match, instead of doing this extra work, we're just going to keep it simple. You want some? Come get some. Paul Heyman issues, obviously, the open challenge. And who comes out?
The Game.
No.
The
It
Beast.
is. No. The Beast? No, he's still injured.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Just tell me.
It's Christian.
Oh, okay. I ain't mad at that.
I think I said that with the same energy as Justin. Was it Justin Roberts?
No, it was Todd Grisham.
Todd Grisham. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's Christian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it was ECW. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. The memories are flooding back. But yes, Christian says he is coming out.
I think Christian might be one of the most. Him and Jamie Noble are among the most advanced pushes from Alpha and Timber
Oh,
Worldwide.
1,000%.
Because, like, let's be real, Kurt was going to be pushed regardless, so it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can put any initials on out there. He's Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle's on the mountain.
Exactly. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. He's going to be pushed no matter what.
There's
Don't matter.
literally nothing we can do.
Yeah, you could call it UFC, AEW, NFL. It don't matter. You get
WRV. Yeah, I was about to say we can just make up letters.
yeah, BROCK. But yeah, Christian, like I said, because I know how this year ends, and even not counting 2003. I mean, like just from the inception, he was a part of the opening contest that told everybody what Alpha Entertainment Worldwide was about and will deliver as a product. And so, yeah, I'm excited for this version of reality where Christian gets the love I feel like he deserves. Exactly.
I'm about to say I feel like he's getting that love now in reality.
Yeah,
in
but
AEW.
my problem is that he's not. I'm not saying he's over the hill. I'm not saying it's all elderly wrestling, like some people say. But my point is, I just would have loved him to have had that mainstream maximized coverage when he was in his prime.
Yeah, 1,000%. That would have been nice, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, we live in the real world, and that's not how life works.
That's true.
So,
Vince McMahon.
especially in the professional wrestling game, we'll take what we can get.
Yes.
But to get back to my original point, Christian comes out and he says the best way to redeem his WrestleMania loss is to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And he said, mark my words, in 2003, Christian will be World Champion. Crowd, obviously, I mean, come on, it's Christian.
I'm gonna hope this is still in Canada, because if it is, my God.
Shoot. Honestly, no idea.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to check.
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm gonna pretend like it is because
We're going to say it's in Canada because even though I said the date, no one can prove me wrong. But
I think the only person who consistently watches is G anyway. So
hey, it works out. It works out. Hey, listen, you never know what videos are going to blow up.
that's true.
In five years, this might have 20 million views,
That'd be awesome.
which would be dope.
Yes.
So Christian becomes sets his sights on becoming the world champion and fulfilling the destiny he got from Mick Foley on the very first, on the draft episode
Yes,
of
yes.
AEW. and then stare down to end the segment.
Yeah.
Classic finish.
Yeah.
Go to commercial. Come back, and of course we got to have a hot opener because it's Raw. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And what are their hot?
What did they say? Uncooked, unfiltered. It's raw. I forget the old.
Oh yeah,
the original ridiculous tagline they had.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Friggin' Vince bringing in a radio guy who didn't know anything about wrestling.
I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that stupid tagline. Yeah, we're not gonna say that. I'll come up with a better tagline.
Sure,
time.
It's fine.
But regardless,
I mean, honestly, ruthless aggression wrestling.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
perfect. But yeah, we open with Shelton Benjamin versus Charlie Haas to decide who is going to be the United States champ. Sorry, who's going to defend Kurt's United States Championship at Bad Blood. It's a lot of words, but I got there.
Yes, that's exciting.
Yeah. Stacy comes out. Obviously, she walks out before both of them because she represents both competitors. She sits on commentary, hyping up. Doesn't really matter who wins this match. Mm-hmm. They will defeat Rob
because we are all Team Angle.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, literally that. We are all Team Angle. We are all the greatest athletes you will ever see in the history of time. And
I'll be real. I can't. I struggle to argue with that point.
Yeah.
like come on.
I'm really trying to.
Like Shelton is a guy who
Shelton's still a freak.
I'm so mad he was not given. Like, if you were to have asked me, who would you rather see be world champion, Shelton Benjamin or Jack Swagger?
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin. What's another good example? Who would you rather see be world champion, Shelton Benjamin or Jinder Mahal? Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
So my point just is, I'm not saying that Shelton was a made man. He's a guaranteed bona fide hit. I'm not saying that. He could have failed. But you know what? You had a lot of other failures be world champion. Like, I never was really behind Alberto Del Rio.
Neither was I.
I would much rather...
I would have actually preferred Santino won that Rumble. I know how much he hates Santino. But I would have preferred that over Del Rio.
So my issue with that is Santino versus Edge feels weird. Now, granted, they could have gone a different direction, maybe, but...
I mean, to be fair, they had 3 months to build a story. I'm pretty sure they could have came up with something.
Absolutely.
I mean, they didn't for Del Rio and Edge, but that's aside the point.
That's true. That's a good point. So they wouldn't have done anything. But what I was gonna say is giving Shelton the opportunity to see what happens would have been way better than not.
I've always been of the opinion, especially because it's wrestling. You can literally do whatever, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, almost doesn't matter.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some exceptions, but literally, I've always been of the opinion: give somebody a belt and see if they fail.
Yeah.
Because worst case scenario, they fell and you just don't do it again. Okay. Best case scenario, you just made the biggest star in the world and you make a ton of money, right?
Yeah, like Dusty Rhodes told Shelton that he's like, they don't know what they're doing with you. Get you moved to ECW and I'll make you my guy. That's when he dyed his hair gold and became the gold standard. Yeah, it's like I think Shelton could have should have been a guy, but whatever. Yeah.
Hey, listen, he's killing it in AEW right now with Bobby, and
I think that pairing has always been money. Has always been.
They look so good. They look like the music's perfect for them. The energy that they bring.
I don't think Bobby Lashley ever ages.
He hasn't.
It's weird.
Listen, I'll be the one to say because I can't. Black don't crack. Like Bobby looks the same as he did in 2006 minus the little goatee thing. Yeah. Whatever that little
whatever it was.
He's definitely better clean shaven. But
it's
like he literally has not. Actually, I take that back. He has changed. He's actually double the size somehow.
Yeah, it's weird.
Makes amazing. No sense. But yeah, anyway, so in case you haven't been able to tell from me gushing over these guys, Haas and Benjamin just have a street classic. This is I think to this point in time, this is probably the longest opener in Raw because they go about 45 minutes of just straight back and forth action.
Yeah. I think Charlie's a guy who never got his proper due as well because he was so good not just at wrestling but he was so good at being the straight man of a comedy unit as well.
Oh man, like Haas was very like when I think of Charlie Haas I think. When AJ Styles said, it's all about the little things, Charlie Haas exemplified that.
Yes.
Like, he did, especially when I go back and watch him now, because, when I first saw like Charlie Haas, like I saw him in ROH,
Yep.
like at 12 in the morning
Yep.
by accident.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my god, this guy's amazing.
Do you know who Shelton Benjamin gives credit for him and Charlie Haas being excellent wrestlers?
Who?
Chavo and Eddie.
Wow.
Because he was like, we were fine wrestlers until we wrestled the Guerreros. They were like, oh, we got a lot to learn.
I'm about to say we apparently have to get way better at this.
And then they did get better.
Yeah.
And so
I'm about to say if you need two guys to push you to your absolute
funny.
apex, Chavo and Eddie would be the guys.
it's funny. So CM Punk says the same thing. He was
Really?
Like, yeah. CM Punk was like, oh, I thought had it all figured out. And then I wrestled Eddie Guerrero. I was like, no, I still got a lot
Nope,
to learn.
I don't know what I'm doing. That was in ROH, right?
Yeah, it was
in that gap.
It was while Eddie was out of the company. Yeah,
Wow.
WWE the company. F.
It's so weird how life works out sometimes. Like,
Yeah, so that was during the early days of Ring of Honor when
that was like real early when they were in that like tiny gymnasium.
yeah, it was like pay per view 1, 2, or 3 type thing.
like real early.
And yeah, it was crazy because Punk got to work with Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and all kinds of all timers.
Yeah.
I think Psychosis was a part of that.
Yep, Psychosis
whole
was
thing too.
for a little bit.
But yeah, no, I love this idea of opening with just 2 all-time technical, amazing wrestlers, and it's crazy because when I think of them, generally speaking, I think of them together,
Yeah.
and to think of them together but competing against each other. Oh, so good.
I don't know. Did they ever? I feel like they wrestled once
Probably.
or twice.
Probably.
And I don't think they got time.
I guarantee. Not like this.
Nah. Because, like, I feel like if even if you gave them, like, 15, 20 minutes,
Mhm.
I feel like they put on, like, a class.
Absolutely, 100%.
But, yeah, also knowing Vince, I don't think he cared about wrestling.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
But, regardless, 45 minutes this match goes. Shelton finally wins. So he hits, like, the, what's that move? The, pay dirt.
Okay.
The,
Yeah.
jump and complete shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the wording for the move.
Well, it's funny because I think back in this era or around it, he was using like
Super kick.
well that, and he was also using Taz's T-bone suplex.
Oh, I forgot about that. Because that's what he finishes people in AEW in there.
Exactly, and it might not have been his finish, but he was definitely so clean at it.
Oh,
Like that's the thing. It was like even if it wasn't his finish, he was just so
He could snap it off perfectly.
Well, I feel like Shelton is a taller, leaner Taz.
Yeah.
Because Taz is short and stout, but
Yeah.
but as far as wrestling ability goes, they're just neck and neck.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, no. So this is the first time Shelton's bust out that move, and of course it's against Charlie Haas, who knows his moveset like the back of his
I
hand.
love it, yeah.
So he had to pull out something out the bag in order to get the win, but he does secure the opportunity to face Rob for the title. At the end of the match, obviously they shake hands, show love,
Yeah.
hug each other. Stacy raises both her hands, and obviously standing ovation.
Yeah.
as they should
100%.
be getting.
100%.
And
And again, if we pretend like we're still in Canada, they love them some technical wrestling.
Oh, big fans.
Owen Hart, Bret Hart,
About to say the whole Hart dynasty lives there, so
Yes.
it's probably just all Hart people in the
Exactly,
crowd.
yeah. You could sell a whole arena with with Stu and Helen Spitz.
Say a little baby Natalia sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna be that one day. So we go to commercial, come back. Next match, Jericho comes out sulking, real sad, depressed, and Kane and Sean O'Hara coming out right behind him, really feeling themselves. They got a big trash to talk right now. Jericho goes in the corner and just
He's feeling like he's the Raven stand-in since you don't have Raven.
yeah, I don't know. I'm really sad about that. But yeah, that is the energy he's putting out.
Yeah.
But Sean O'Hare sends a message to the Samoan SWAT team. I can't talk. And says that they're not ready to be tag champions again, but it's okay because I'm not saying anything you don't already know.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Nice and easy segment. Nydia comes out. Next segment, commercial, come back, yada yada. Defeats Ivory after overcoming a lot of interference from the Black Widow Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of leg trips, a lot of this, a lot of that. We get the old "you're out of here" from the referee. Crowd pops, and she gets the roll-up win on Ivory.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And then, last but not least, we close out the show.
We're gonna have to start talking about when Jamie Noble gets on the upswing, so that you know when to put Nydia.
I'm about to say,
start counting the lights.
I'm about to say, we're doing pretty good with not talking about it at all, and it just happens.
I know, but one of these days we're gonna make the mistake that they're both gonna win.
We're like, dang it, they're both doing good at the same time. We effed up. We finished the night. Trish Molly contract signing. I mean, it's a WWE contract signing. I don't really need to say too much. The main portion of the segment is literally Trish is disrespecting Molly because she's bald now.
Yeah.
Molly's like, I don't care that I'm bald. I'm gorgeous. Which
It's
she
true.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
Still gorgeous even though she's bald.
Yeah.
And says, but it's okay. Since you want to make fun of me being bald, I'm just going to go ahead, snatch your wig, which is probably the blackest thing Molly will have ever said.
Sure.
But regardless, she bangs Trish's head off the contract. Trish gets a bloody nose. She signs the contract in Trish's blood.
That's great.
And then proceeds to whoop that candy ass. Obviously.
There you go.
Lay up the SmackDown on Raw.
Yeah, it's funny. There's the employee's no longer at, the place, but like there was an employee who started with long hair, and then throughout time, I don't know whatever, she ended up not having any hair. And I was like, hey, that actually works for you.
Yeah, well, just say works better than hair.
Yeah, it's surprising how that works sometimes.
Yeah. Some people look good with no hair. Everyone's really scared to lose their hair, but no one's ever thinks.
Like Steve Austin, right?
Yeah.
He was holding on for years.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I don't know if you know this, sir, but it's barely there.
It's going back a little bit more every day.
And so the day that he decided to let it go, I was like, hey, that works for you.
I was like, that's it. Like, especially now, I've always known him as bald. So like when I saw him for the first time as Stunning Steve Austin, I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Like it just didn't look right.
It's funny. Life is crazy.
Life's truly crazy. Great Raw.